Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another hard-hitting episode of the Callous Mind Talking Head podcast. In this episode, we are going to take a look at U.S. Senate candidate Ruben Gallego. He is running for a contested Arizona seat, and I personally hope that he does not win that seat, but let's investigate who this candidate is. And then in another video, we'll go over reasons why he should not be in the United States Senate representing the state of Arizona. Ruben Gallego, born November 20th, 1979, is an American politician and U.S. Marine Corps veteran serving as the U.S. Representative of Arizona's 3rd Congressional District. Gallego served and deployed as a USMCR corporal in the U.S. invasion of Iraq. He is a member of the Democratic Party. Gallego was previously a member of the Arizona House of Representatives, where he was Assistant Minority Leader from 2012 until he resigned to run for Congress. Gallego was first elected to Congress in 2014. His district includes most of southern, western, and downtown Phoenix and part of Glendale. He served as the national chair of Eric Swalwell's 2020 presidential campaign. Considered a progressive politician, Gallego was critical of Senator Kyrsten Sinema for her opposition to filibuster reform and Democratic legislation. He was encouraged by other Democratic Party members and liberal organizations to run against her and announced his candidacy for the 2024 United States Senate election in Arizona in January 2023. The seat is open as Sinema announced she will not seek re-election. Gallego was in the Marines from 2002 to 2006. After completing training in the School of Infantry, he deployed to Iraq with Lima Company, 3rd Battalion, 25th Marines. The 325 lost 46 Marines and 1 Navy corpsman between January 2005 and January 2006. Gallego's best friend died during combat operations in Iraq. He served as a Lance Corporal. In 2007, Gallego led District 7 Phoenix City Council candidate Michael Nowakowski's successful campaign before serving as Nowakowski's Chief of Staff. In 2009, he stepped down as Chief of Staff to focus on his campaign for the Arizona State House in District 16, which he won in 2010. In 2011, the Arizona Republic named Gallego a distinguished freshman lawmaker. His first successful bill granted in-state tuition status to veterans residing in Arizona. Gallego supported the repeal of Arizona SB 1070. In 2012, Gallego was elected Assistant Minority Leader. Gallego founded the group of Citizens for Professional Law Enforcement to recall Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio, citing Arpaio's immigration policies and his use of taxpayer money to investigate Barack Obama's citizenship. Gallego worked for Strategies 360 as Director of Latino and News Media Operations. He also worked for Reister, one of Arizona's largest public relations firms. On February 27, 2014, Gallego announced his candidacy for Congress in Arizona's 7th Congressional District. Although not required to give up his seat under Arizona's Resign to Run laws, since he was in the final year of his state House term, Gallego resigned from the House in March of 2014. A super PAC seeking to reduce the role of money in politics, endorsed Gallego in 2014. Gallego won a five-way Democratic primary. The real contest in this heavily Democratic majority Latino district was 48.9% of the vote. He won the general election with 74% of the vote. He has been re-elected 3 times, never dropping below 70% of the vote. He faced only a Green candidate in 2018 and defeated Republican challengers in 2016, 2020, and 2022. He is the 2nd Colombian American elected to the U.S. House after Republican Scott Perry. Considered a progressive politician, Gallego, let's see, we already read that. Let's see. Political positions. In November 2020, the House of Representatives passed a bill introduced by Gallego and Mark Wayne Mullen that requires the federal government to reimburse health care provided for Native veterans, regardless of whether the health care was provided by or referred by the Indian Health Services or tribes. In May 2021, the House passed a bill Gallego sponsored, the Native Vet Success at Tribal Colleges and Universities Pilot Program Act, that would have provided more government funding for Native American veterans. The Senate did not take up the bill. In July 2021, it was reported that a corporate lobbying group called the U.S. Qatar Business Council paid for a $22,000 trip to Qatar for Gallego and his wife, who is a lobbyist for the National Association of Realtors. Commentators noted that Gallego had previously criticized Senator Kyrsten Sinema for allegedly being too close to business lobbyists. Gallego opposed the 2022 overturning of Roe v. Wade. He has called for enshrining abortion rights in the Constitution of Arizona. In February 2022, Gallego called for expelling Russian university students from the United States, prompting commentators to denounce these remarks as bigoted and xenophobic. On February 9, 2023, Gallego voted against overturning the Local Resident Voting Rights Amendment Act of 2022, which would allow non-citizens to vote in local elections in the District of Columbia. In the 117th United States Congress, Gallego voted in line with Joe Biden's stated position 100% of the time. In September 2023, the House passed Gallego's bill, the Native American Child Protection Act, which aims to set up the National Indian Child Resource and Family Services Center to assist and train tribes, tribal organizations, and urban Indian organizations, and also aims to come up with state-tribe agreements to prevent, investigate, and prosecute family violence. Gallego voted to provide Israel with support following the 2023 Hamas attack on Israel. I'm not going to go into the personal life category in this video. I just wanted to read a little bit about Ruben Gallego. Every person who casts a vote should be going out there and doing their own due diligence before voting for somebody just because there's an R or a D next to their name. You should be voting for their policies and know what they stand for. That's my personal opinion, and that's my personal promise. When I'm going to go cast my vote, I'm going to vote for people I believe who are putting the country first, country before party always. But that's not always the case with most of these politicians. They always have a very, very self-interested bunch here because they're always thinking about the current election and or the next election. So be careful what you wish for, and also be careful what you fall for. Don't fall for narrative. Don't fall for propaganda. Be sure to do your own research and don't let anybody tell you who you should be voting for. Do your own homework and decide for yourself. Anyway, I'll have another video coming out later this week with my football picks, and I will bring forth another Ruben Gallego video next week when we get into reasons why or why we should not vote for this person. Till then, please, please, please be good to yourselves and each other, and I'll talk to you later. God bless.